Hey guys, it's Mira from Coriander Lions. So I know I have not made a public video in quite a while, but I just got the most amazing deck in today, and it has been something I've been working with for the last hour or so. And so I just wanted to come on here and talk about it. So as you can see, this is the beautiful Fountain Tarot. I did find it on Amazon. I will go ahead and link it down below. It will not be an affiliate link because I don't have one. So as you can see, obviously I have been playing with this beautiful, amazing deck. I'm not going to do like a full walkthrough or anything, but I am going to just give you some basic overview of it. So 78 cards, title card. We hope the Fountain Tarot brings you joy, clarity, and inspiration. Love, creator, writer, designer, publisher. They have an Instagram. It's by Boost Books. And then you can also find it at fountaintarot.com. Now, this is the mass market edition, not the indie, because I'm broke. I am too broke for that. I will. And then, so this is the extra card in the deck. This is the Fountain. I just watched Lisa Papez's walkthrough from a couple months ago on this deck. I will say Katey Flowers did make me buy it. I just watched one of her like keeper Cull, and she did an entire week's worth of readings with the Fountain Tarot, and I could not resist after watching that video and seeing the amazing readings she got with it. I ordered it. Well, it just came in today. So this is our lovely book. I have to say, this is, for a quote-unquote little white book, beautiful linen finish on the front. The gilding on this book, on this box, on this deck is so unpointed. It's a little, I will say it also is a little bit sharp and pointy. So that I was not appreciative of, not so much. But the backs and the absolute beauty of the front is just, and as Lisa said, there's lots of geomancy, lots of numerology, lots of beautifulness in this deck. But the entire reason that I came on here, this is my notebook. There it is, perfect. The reason I came on here is because Tarot with Ruby from Tarot with Ruby, she has this loveliness about her that she did this short, and it is a very recent short. I have to save it because every time I do this, every time I get a new deck, I go back to it. I probably have, I have 3 of them in here. So I have the Morgan Greer, the Wandering Moon Tarot, and now I've done it with the Fountain Tarot. I didn't end up keeping either the Wandering Moon or the Morgan Greer. I ended up ordering 2 Morgan Greers in, and I hated them both. Oh my gosh, the imagery was amazing. It was the energy of the deck. This thing, I tried to clear it for weeks. I tried to clear this little mini deck, and I did a couple readings with it. And if you've gotten a reading from me from Etsy, you would have known that. But the energies that I got made me extremely nervous. So they got sent back. They have been removed from me. They are no longer here. But the Fountain Tarot, oh my gosh. And that's the whole reason that I felt like I needed to come on here. So when Ruby gets a new deck, she has 4 cards that she pulls. She pulls the deck's energy, the favorite readings that the deck would likely be used in, the strengths of the decks, the strengths of the deck, and the weaknesses of the deck. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull those cards because I want to show you the absolute, and I think I shuffled. I really did. I do think I shuffled this deck because I'm not that smart. I did not leave them out. What was I thinking? As you can tell, I am not at all prepared, but I pulled these beautiful cards and I have been smiling ever since. And I just thought you guys should also enjoy the happiness that is this deck with me. Oh my gosh, did I set them? No, I definitely had to shuffle them back in this deck. Okay. There, and here's more. And the thick. Oh, these cards are thick, but they shuffle. Oh my gosh, do they shuffle? I will find the cards and then I will shuffle this deck for you and show you how beautiful. There it is. There they are. They are in the middle. I threw them in the middle. Okay. But yeah, before I get into these cards, let me shuffle this. I mean, just listen to that. Oh my goodness. But like I said, oh, I'm going to have some upside down cards, aren't I? Yes, I am. That's okay. I'll fix it later. Not a big deal. I will fix that later. Yeah, let me shuffle this for you real quick. And then I will I will get into these cards and show you the beautiful energy. But isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we're going to set the rest of those out of the way. And we are going to lay out the 4 cards that I got. So it was 6. There we go. So we start with the Empress. So this is our beautiful, beautiful Empress card. So this is our deck's energy. And as soon as I drew this card and I flipped it over, I'm like, oh, yes. Just the absolute happiness that the fact that this is the card that got drawn for the deck energy. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I love this deck. So I got nurturing, gentle, love, comfort. Everybody's like, oh, this deck is so cold. Oh, this deck is like my majestic earth and my, come on, find it, Way Home Tarot just mixed together. I actually have, hold that thought, I have my decks just lurking right here. And I have this beautiful gold bag, and this will be going in my black one. I will be putting this in my black bag, but I have this beautiful gold bag for my Majestic Earth. And I'm going to give this a little bit of a shuffle. So my the Majestic Earth deck is unfortunately out of print. This I actually purchased from, she was rehoming it here on YouTube, and I was able to get it from her. She was so kind about it. But look. Oh my gosh. That is just, I am just freaking over the moon. Oh, those are gonna look beautiful together. Okay, so not the point of this. This was so not the point, but that's okay. So we're gonna just set that out of the way. So not the point that I was trying to make with this. So the favorite readings or the favorite types of readings your deck is most likely going to enjoy. That was the 6 of Swords. And I'm like, oh, and I did go to the guidebook. I love the messages in the guidebook, especially for this one. I was like, okay, I know my basic definitions, but for this one, I loved the guidebook message for this. So let me go ahead and read it to you. The 6 of Swords announces the end of a difficult situation and the beginning of a new future. A woman, with the assistance of a ferryman, bravely sets out for a new shore, escaping the dark and murky circumstances of her past. Her willingness to ask for help frees her from drama and allows assistance to appear, providing an opportunity for healing and comfort. Transitions can be disorienting, but trust the worst of the obstacles have passed. It will all begin to make sense very soon as calm waters provide you with stability and safe passage. A almost backstory that we get mixed. Like, I feel like this is a mix of Thoth and Marseille and RWS just all mixed together, and I am here for it. So the upright meanings: overcoming adversity, shedding of the past, an imminent beginning, a request for help that brings resolution, a return to harmony, travel, or a journey. And that was the favorite readings. I wrote down specifically transitions, new starts, journeys. And so that's what I got with that one. So for the strengths of the deck, I got the Ace of Wands, brief, quick action, spark. I feel like this card is, I got this feeling of short readings, 1, 2, 3 cards. And I even wrote that down. I wrote that down in here specifically because I'm like, this doesn't feel like a deck that is going to need 6, 8, 12 cards to get its point across. 1 to 3, maybe 5, maybe 5, maybe 5 cards. This is a deck that is going to be straight to the point. This is a deck that is going to be it's going to offer what you need. It is so naturally intuitive, and I'm pretty sure I scrolled earlier when I was talking about people were saying that it's a cold deck. Absolutely not. This is, for me, this was, even right out of the box, this was not a cold deck. I did the walkthrough with Lisa. I wanted her, I enjoy watching her videos. She is not long-winded. I've tried to watch a couple with Kelly in the Truth and Story, and she goes a little bit deeper than I'm comfortable with, just because as much as I enjoy really going deep into the guidebook and the deck, it's just a little too deep and long-winded for me, because my attention span does not last that long when it comes to a new deck, because I want to go through the cards, I want a brief overlook of them, and then I want to work with the deck. That's how I work, whereas Kelly is very much, I want to go real deep, and this is like a 2-hour long in-depth look at these cards, whereas Lisa was very like 37 minutes, we were through the entire deck, and it was just, that was plenty for me. So we go to the weaknesses of the deck, and I found the Hermit gave me this feeling of, don't share me. Don't use me like you do other decks. This is I'm pulled out for specific readings. I'm not pulled out to do general readings for everybody and their mama. You know, this is kind of a deck that has a specific purpose, that it needs use for that specific purpose and nothing else. I wrote down limited, not for all readings, special only, self-deck, question mark. I don't do a lot of readings for myself. I don't do a lot of pulls for myself, but this is a deck that I could see pulling a card for myself every day. That's the feeling that I got with this Hermit, is that this is kind of a self-discovery kind of deck right now. And that's okay with me. I like that feeling, knowing that feeling is there. Travel, gentle, that's also what I got. And self-reflection. So these are the cards, and I am over the moon with this deck. But I am going to drop cards, apparently. I will get that in a minute. But I am just going to go through, just show you. Love this full card. Like Lisa said, jumping from one mountain to another mountain. And that even, I think, is like the ultimate way to, you know, start a journey, especially it being the full card. What else have we got in here? The 10 of Wands. This was another of my favorites. The fact that he isn't blinded by the fact that he's holding these 10, it's not covering his face. He has figured out the best way to carry them by making this very intricate knot and being able to carry them. It's slow going, but he can at least see the pathway in front of him. The King of Swords. This one's a little, I'm not so sure about this one. I love the colors. I love the coloring. I do like that, but this one I'm gonna have to work with a little bit just to kind of see about that. The Six of Coins, this is very much kind of RWS for me, and I think Lisa even said the same thing. I actually really do like this particular Six of Coins. It feels very contained and collective growth, if that makes sense. So what else we got? The Nine of Cups. This one, I love how happy he is, that he's looking at what he's gathered, what he has managed to, you know, contain and get for himself, and he's just very happy. More geomancy. There's a lot of geomancy. The Tower card actually is very much that. Oh, here's another one, the Emperor. So there's lots of geometric shapes in this, and I love both of these cards for how empowering and how powerful they are in the way they use this. It's raw almost, I guess is the best word. It is very, it really gives me the feeling of the card itself, this almost stagnancy, this inability to this feeling of almost overwhelm, and yet unknowing how to move forward, and this Emperor being very sturdy, and he's got everything together. Like he is well prepared, and he knows what he's doing. And the Two of Swords, this one was very interesting as well. She's not sitting, she's not, I feel like the RWS, I feel like she's very cowed in that deck, whereas this, she feels a lot more empowered, that the choice is more hers than something that's out of her control. The RWS always kind of felt like she wasn't totally in control because she was sitting, she might have been upright and stuff, but this feels there's a little bit more action in her body language than in the RWS, at least for me. And the Eight of Cups, this one I really thought was beautiful as well. We have this visual of the Eight of Cups, and then we have him walking away, and it's just very, there's like just a shadow of him walking away, kind of like a mirage. So I really like that too. But I mostly hopped on here because I wanted to show you guys the new deck overall, but I also was just really, I wanted these cards to be shown off. But yeah, so I didn't even do really much of a close-up, so I'm hoping this isn't too shiny. But I do love now even Lisa said that this is probably like a wand back here, but it does, and she was right, it does look like a doorway, a door that is either closing or just opening, and he is kind of moving away from it. He's checking out this new space, he's checking out this new world. This Ace of Wands is so bright, and I love the prisms. I love the prisms throughout this entire deck. It's so beautiful. And the Six of Swords, is the launch point. It's like the launch pad. She called it the launch thingy. I thought that was funny. But it's, I want to say it's the launch pad, kind of. That's what I would call it, at least. And that's launching this boat. And what I love, the fact that there's oars, that it's not just one, it might not just be one person, you know, and it's not like the RWS, but it is also giving that nod to it. And I do like the fact that it's the oars, not this old school, you know, kind of the Italian, or is it French? I think it might be French Italian. The boats, oh my gosh, I know what they're called, and I cannot think of the name of them. The boats that go down river. I have no doubt you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, but yes, those. And the Empress, like Lisa said, she's not visibly pregnant, but the motherly feeling that I get with this deck, you have so much growth, but it's her, the way she stands, the way she looks at the way she looks, like physically, her physical appearance, but also how she's looking at the camera at, you know, the person that is viewing this card, and the fact that they were all oil paintings that were then used for this deck is just amazing. But the feeling that went into these paintings is so obvious, and the care that was chosen in placing each painting into its position in the deck is very obvious, and the care that was put into this is utterly amazing in my opinion. But yes, so that was the Fountain Tarot. I will link that in the description below. Fabulous tuck box. Could not be happier with this deck. But yes, so thank you guys so much for checking this deck out with me and letting me be a little bit of a fangirl for a couple minutes. But yes, I will also link Ruby's channel, Lisa's channel, and the video that I just watched about this particular deck, and also Katey's video about how she worked with the Fountain Tarot for an entire week. At least I think it was a week. But she worked with this deck for a bit. So I will link all of that stuff down below for you. Again, thank you so much for checking this video out if you did. And have a fabulous night, guys. Bye.